It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at All-Pro Davante Adams. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Raiders and the Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. A nice little juke. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
To throw on second down, Harold. Throw left side complete. That's White. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down, Harold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harold. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Harold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Harold. That is caught, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st and 10, Harold. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Harold. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 16 carries, 68 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
On 2nd down, Williams. There's a nice move. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. McLaughlin. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3.
1st down, Raiders.
Off play action. Harrell. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 30-yard line.
Back to throw again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this down to the 26.
1st down, Raiders.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Harrell. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Harrell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now a 2nd and 6.
And brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Raiders.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll set up a throw. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Throwing to start the drive. Harrell. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
To throw again. Harrell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Third down and 6. Off the play fake. Harrell. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 8. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Harrell. It's caught here by Adams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Harrell. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid game.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. Now back to throw as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Rashee Rice, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Throwing on first down. Harold. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harold. Buying time to his left. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down,
Back to throw. Harold. And this is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Able to pass. Williams loses the football. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Harrell. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A gain there of 21 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Harrell firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The busy night continues for Williams.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it again with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They give it to Williams, running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Harold. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
On third down, here's Williams. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Harrell.
That's caught by Tucker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, though if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways it can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Raiders on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Raiders.
Back to throw. Harrell. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Drew Sanders.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Harrell. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Baron Browning, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
Charles, a new NFL record, 67 yards. There has never been one converted from that distance until this very moment. Unbelievable. Congratulations to him.
And, partner, there's no way you or I woke up today thinking, hey, We might see a 67-yard field goal made, let alone attempted. Congratulations. Great job. And remember, it all starts getting that kick away, because often it starts low. Usually that's when it can be tipped. Not in this case, a new NFL record.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Harrell.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Harrell.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Raider 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared.
and it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early. Try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.